welcome to Medicine for the Soul Yoga. My name's Cat and I will be guiding you through a half an hour, 35-minute flow as part of our beginner's yoga course. So we're now on to week 3, and this week we're going to be working with neck and shoulder releases. So really important, especially if you're working from home over a laptop or any kind of activity where you're hunched over, to release the tension in the neck and shoulders and take away little practices that you can practice on your own throughout the day. So we're going to start seated today. So just make sure that the seat bones are evenly distributing the weight. We can place the wrists onto the knees, palms facing up. Gently tuck the chin down and roll the shoulders back and down. And just begin to settle with the breath. So we want to breathe in and out through the nose. And checking in with the posture, slightly tucking the pelvis in, really elongating the spine, drawing the shoulders away from the ears. And if you like sort of visualizations, I had one the other day which was quite nice. So you can imagine like someone has tied some helium balloons to the top of your head. So this kind of lightness, this gentle lightness and lifting of the spine all the way down to the base of the spine. And the base of the spine is really rooted into the ground. And if you find your mind is pretty full of thoughts, you can imagine that you put all of them into one of these balloons and just let it go. Bring all of your attention to your breath, in and out through the nose, right down into the belly. Next exhale, we just release any tension we might be holding in the shoulders or the legs. Let it all go. Good. We're going to tuck the chin all the way down to the chest. Feel this really deep stretch across the back of the shoulders. And then we're going to place the hands behind the head, gently interlacing the hands. And let the shoulders gently hug inwards. Feel that deep stretch deepening across the back of the neck. Big inhale, big exhale, feeling the weight of the arms. With your thumbs, you could maybe even give your neck a little massage. It's quite nice here. Making little circles with the thumbs, or even running the thumbs up the length of the neck, from the base of the neck all the way up to the top. Good. We'll just come back to the hands interlaced behind the head, and we're going to flow with the breath. As we inhale, we're going to lift the head up, reach the chest forward, push the elbows back, shine the chest up, look up at the ceiling. As we exhale, we're going to round ourselves, really tuck the pelvis in this time, rounding off the back, almost feel like the elbows are meeting. Good. Inhale, reaching up. You can keep the eyes closed. Big inhale. Exhale, rounding back in. Inhale, opening. Last time, exhale, rounding. Good. Inhale, opening. Holding. Really pushing those elbows back, opening the chest. As we exhale, we're just going to move very slightly to the right. Keeping the shoulders drawing away from the ears. Keep the left knee pushing down. Inhale, back up. And exhale, we can come to the left. Keep that right knee pushing down. Good. Inhale, back up. Really good. And then draw the chin back to center and bring the hands back to the lap. Really good. So we're going to keep the chin level now, and we're just going to look over our right shoulder. Push the left shoulder back. Imagine that you want to look at something behind you. Big inhale. Big exhale. Inhale gently back to center. Good. Inhale here and exhale left. Draw the right shoulder back. Good. Inhale back to center. And we're going to go to the right again with the head, but this time coming into a twist. Left hand, right knee, right fingertips behind you. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Big inhale. Big exhale. Inhale, look forward. Hands back on the knees. Start with the head, looking over to the left. Good. And then coming into the full twist, right hand on left knee. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Big inhale here. Big exhale. Good. Look forward, come back. Really good. Inhale, sweep the arms above the head. Draw the arms above the head and keep them here. Keep the arms pushing back and the shoulders pushing down, how I said last week. Even if the arms are lifted, we still want to have that space. Good. Big inhale here. As we exhale, we're going to bend over to the right, but keep the arms framing the ears. Keep that left knee pushing down, suck the belly in. Big inhale here. Good. Gently come back up to center. Big inhale and then exhale to the left. Keep that right knee pushing down. Inhale. Good. Gently coming up. Finding length in the center. Exhale over to the right. Right hand can come down this time. Finding a bit more space. Push that left knee down as well. Big inhale. Big exhale. Inhale coming up to center. Find exhale to the left. Good. Look underneath the right arm. Big inhale. Big exhale. Inhale. Bring back up. Good. Exhale. Draw the hands behind us. Interlace the hands behind the back. And push the hands away. So we're straightening the arms. Either just the hands can be interlaced like this. You can draw the palms, the heels of the hands together to kind of deepen that stretch across the shoulders. So drawing those base of the hands together. Really rolling the shoulders away from the ears. Can tuck the chin down. Big inhale. As we exhale, we're going to try and tilt slightly forward, hinging from the hips. And maybe we allow the hands to come up a bit higher. So it was really feeling the shoulder blades meet behind the back. Really deep shoulder stretch here. One more big inhale. Good. Exhale. Can we release a little bit deeper? Gently coming up. Really good. Interlacing the hands in front of the head now. Push the hands away. Tuck the chin in. Feeling that deep stretch across the back of the shoulders. Good. And then we're going to come up and then just place the hands on the mat. Crawl ourselves forward. Kind of like we've got spiders for hands, and just crawl them up. Feel the shoulders really lengthening, maybe even swaying side to side. Big inhale. Big exhale. Really good. Gently we'll come up, and then we'll dive hands forward and we'll come into tabletop. So we want the shoulders over the wrists and the hips over the knees, and we'll flow again, and we'll revisit this cat-cow. So as we exhale, we round the back, tuck the chin in, really push out of the shoulders. Inhale, arching the back, dip the tummy down, look up. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, arching, good. Drop the belly down, push the shoulders away. Exhale, rounding. And then we'll just come back to neutral spine. Really good. So we're going to do what's called thread the needle now. So we're going to inhale and lift the right hand up and follow it with your gaze. Open out the chest, feel the shoulder blades meet behind the back. Big inhale here. Use the core to help you really push that right hand back. As we exhale, we're going to draw the right hand underneath the body and place the right shoulder and right on the mat. And look up behind the left shoulder, kind of at the ceiling. We push out of that left hand and we really twist the torso. So we're really looking up and behind us. Big inhale here. Good. Exhale, push out of that left hand, come back to tabletop. Exhale, we'll round off the back. Inhale, we'll arch and round off the shoulders. Good. Come back to neutral spine. Big inhale, we'll sweep the left hand up. Really push that hand back. Look up at the hand. Big inhale here. Exhale, we'll draw the hand underneath the body. Place the left shoulder, left side of the face on the mat. Push out of the mat with the right hand. Really twisting around, looking up and behind you. Big inhale here. Big exhale. Good. Gently inhaling. We can come back to tabletop. Really good. So we're going to walk the hands forward, keep the hips over the knees and melt down into puppy pose. So we can either just stay on our forearms if that's enough. If you can, maybe try and reach the hands further forward and allow the chest to really melt down. So it's a really deep shoulder stretch here. Big deep breaths. Good, and then gently we'll lift all the way back up. Walk the hands back to tabletop. Exhale round the back. Good. Inhale, arching. Good, and then come to neutral spine. So we're going to work a bit with a back bend now. So we'll dip the hips forward slightly and we'll come down. So making sure we've got enough space, maybe walking the hands a slightly bit more forward. Make sure the fingers are really spread. Dip the hips down so we're in supported plank, and then we're going to slowly lower as slowly as you can. Keep the elbows hugging in, trying to build up that strength all the way down to the mat. Really good. And then when you're there, we can just rest the forehead in the hands for a moment. Big inhale. Big exhale. Good. So we're going to work a bit with some back flexibility and strength into the shoulders as well. So we're going to inhale, lift the head up. Then we're going to squeeze the glutes, squeeze the back and the core, really push the pelvis into the mat. And we're going to try and lift our elbows up. Now, if you feel any crunching in the lower back, then support yourself with your hands. But if you can, we use our back, our core and our glutes to hold us up rather than our hands. We keep the shoulders back and down and really relaxed, trying to breathe in and out through the nose, the same as before. Keeping the feet on the mat, really good. One more big inhale here. As we exhale, we're going to swim the arms behind us and have the palms facing up. Maybe they can meet behind the back and we lift the chest up a bit higher. Big inhale. Good. Exhale back to center. One more time, we'll do that again. Squeezing the glutes. Inhale, lifting the chest up higher, palms facing up. Good. Exhale back. And then place the hands back on the mat. Place the forehead on the hands. Release the glutes. Release the shoulders. Wiggle out the hips. Good. Big inhale. Big exhale. So we're going to draw the hands either side of the shoulders, and we're going to roll ourselves up to just a gentle cobra to start with. Again, if you feel crunching here in the lower back, come to Sphinx, which is on the forearms. Either way, we want these shoulders really pushing away from the ears and elbows hugged right in. Big inhale here. Good. As we exhale, we're going to try and dip the left shoulder down and look over the right shoulder. So bringing some kind of fluidity into this movement. Inhale back to center. Exhale over to the left. So just whatever level works for you. Maybe just moving the neck in Sphinx with the palms down is enough. Flowing with the breath. Inhale back to center. Exhale over to the other side. Inhale back to center. Good. As we stay here, we're going to roll really gently all the way down onto the mat. Again, resting the head in the hands. Big inhale, big exhale. Feel yourself melting into the mat. Good. So we'll draw the hands either side of the shoulders again here, and we're going to come up the way we came down. If you want to really challenge yourself, you can tuck your toes and not use your knees and come up to a plank, really suck the belly in. Or you can use the knees to help you. Keeping the elbows hugging in, squeezing the glutes, squeezing the core. We're going to try and come up like a plank. Keep the elbows in and then push ourselves all the way up. Really good. And then push the hips back in downward facing dog. As we exhale, we'll round off the back. Good. Inhale, arch. So now we're going to tuck the toes and push ourselves up to downward facing dog. So we don't need the legs to be straight. We can have a slight bend in the legs. The heels don't need to be on the mat either. The most important thing is rolling the shoulders away from the ears and pushing the chest towards the thighs, letting the tailbone really lift up. Then you can begin to work towards drawing the heels down. Big inhale. As we exhale, we're going to walk the hands back and just come into a gentle forward fold here at the back of the mat. We can hold each elbow with the opposite hand and really let the upper body completely melt down. Inhale, we'll maybe lift the elbows slightly up, find a bit of length away from the body, and exhale, melt a bit deeper down. Inhale again, finding length away from the body. Exhale, melting a bit deeper down. We can have a bend in the legs if that's more comfortable. And let the neck really release here. We can swing side to side as well. Big deep breaths. Good, and we'll find stillness in the center. We'll release the hands and we'll place the hands behind the head again. If it works for you, you can use the thumbs to give yourself a little massage. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Keep breathing in and out through the nose. Good, and then we'll release the hands back to the mat. We can bend into the legs, really ground the hands down, walk the hands forward. We find our downward facing dog again. Good. We're going to walk the feet slightly towards the center, and as we inhale, we're going to reach this foot into the body and place it by the hands. If you need to use a hand to sort of help you get yourself forward, then do that. And then we're going to drop the left knee down, and we're going to inhale, come back up to our low lunge, making sure that right knee is directly over the ankle. Draw the shoulders back and down, shine the chest forward. Big inhale here. Big exhale. We're going to draw the left hand to the right knee, and then we're going to look behind us. So we can either draw that right hand back, or we can keep the right hand on the hip and just roll the shoulder back. So working into the neck, and you should feel a really deep release in the top of the left shoulder. Draw the right shoulder down as well, or have the arm out. Use that left hand to help twist you further. Big inhale. Exhale, sink the hips a bit more. Really good. Inhale, look forward to begin with, and then we'll bring the arms up. Exhale, draw the hands down. Good. We'll step that right knee back to tabletop, tuck the toes, and we'll lift ourselves back to downward dog. Good. Now we'll walk out the feet here. What does that really mean in downward dog? Well, it means dropping one heel down and letting the hips dip to the opposite side, and then dipping the other heel down and letting the hips dip to the opposite side. So whichever heel is dipped down, you then dip the hips to the other side, and then you feel a real deep stretch in the shoulder of the side where the heel is more down. So you can kind of feel it really working into the side body all the way into the shoulders as well. And then finding stillness in the center, walking the feet slightly closer together. Inhale, we'll reach the left foot forward. Use the core, really hug that foot all the way in. Draw the shoulders over the elbows, over the wrists, and then place that foot down. Bring that right knee down. Find your balance. Big inhale, sweep the arms up, coming into our low lunge. Big deep breath here. Make sure that knee is over the ankle. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Sink the hips. Big inhale. Good. As we exhale, we're going to draw the right hand to the outside of the left knee and draw the left hand behind us, or we can place the left hand on the hip, just rolling that shoulder away. Big inhale. Big exhale, sinking the hips a bit deeper. Good. Inhale, looking forward, sweeping the hands up. Good. Exhale, drawing down, bring that left knee back to tabletop, and then we'll push back to downward dog. Really good. Walk out the legs. Big deep breath here. Good. We're going to take a vinyasa. So we're going to inhale, come forward into plank. Hold here, pushing out of the ground with the hands. As we exhale, we're going to drop the knees down. Then, still exhaling, dropping the chest and chin. Keep the elbows in like what we did before. And then inhale, we come into our gentle back bend. Exhale, back to tabletop, and then back to downward dog. Good. Walk out the feet. Walk out your downward dog. Big deep breath through the nose. So we're going to flow again. Inhale, we're going to bring the right foot forward, drop that left knee down. Big inhale, sweep the arms up, let the hips really sink. Big inhale, exhale, twisting, left hand on the right knee, twist behind us. Big inhale, big exhale. Inhale, look forward, reach the hands up. Good. This time we're going to drop the hands down to our side and push the hips back. Let the toes float upwards. Feel that deep stretch in the hamstring. We did this one last week. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Big deep breaths. Good. Inhale, coming back to our low lunge, reaching the arms up. Exhale, draw the hands down. Spring that right foot back to tabletop and then lifting back up to downward dog. Bring the left foot forward on an inhale. Place that right knee down. Big inhale, sweep the arms up. Good, big inhale as we exhale, right hand on left knee, twisting around, draw the shoulders away from the ears, sink the hips, big inhale, big exhale. Inhale, looking forward, reaching the hands up. Good, exhale, we're going to dip the hips back. Let the left toes flow up, melting the chest down, release the head and the neck. Big inhale. Big exhale. Good. Inhale, coming forward, reaching the hands up. Exhale, draw the hands down, bring that left knee back to tabletop. Good. And then lifting back up to downward dog. This time we're going to walk the downward dog all the way forward to the front of the mat and come into a flat back. Inhale, draw the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, forward fold. This time we're going to interlace the hands behind the back. And how I said before, trying to get the heels of the hands to touch if you can. Straighten the arms and let them release over the head. So it might just be the fingertips that are in contact, that's fine. Over time we can try to draw the hands closer and make that a tighter bind. Straightening the arms, keeping the weight forward in the feet. Big inhale, big exhale. Good, gently releasing the hands, letting them come to the mat, sweeping all the way up, sweep the arms up. Exhale, draw the palms to center, really good. Perfect. So we're going to come into a little standing balance before we cool down. So we're going to come into tree pose. So making sure you're grounded with the left foot. Have the toes slightly off center so that the foot is just a little bit diagonal. Big inhale, we're going to reach the right knee up and hold it with the hands interlaced. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. This might be enough for you today, so we can just work with this, maybe releasing out that ankle. If you want to try tree, we can hold on to the right ankle or just place the right foot on the shin or even touching the ground. So we're just kind of experimenting, or we can hold the ankle and place it somewhere along the top of the left thigh. Really dig the heel in to help keep the foot there. And wherever you are, we'll draw the palms into center. Feel this real centering feeling of these two palms pressing together. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Breathing deeply through the nose. Really helps to have something to focus on, to keep your balance. Big inhale. And exhale, we'll just draw the hands down, release the foot, roll out the ankle. That's really good. Right foot, toes spread slightly off center with the toes. Big inhale, reaching up the left knee. Draw the shoulders away from the ears, maybe rolling out the ankle. Good. And then again, either just coming to the ground with the foot or onto the shin, or maybe even right up onto the thigh. We want to make sure this knee is drawing out to the sides. We're opening the hips, not letting the hips dip too much to the side. Keeping everything quite zipped into the center, engaging the core, draw the palms together. Shoulders away from the ears. Big deep breath through the nose. Focus on one spot. Big inhale. Good. Exhale, release the foot. Really good. Shake it all out. Good. So we're going to come into a little toe balance before we then come down. So we're going to begin to lower ourselves into a forward fold. And then we're going to begin to lift our heels off the mat, and we can bend into the legs quite a lot. As we do, bringing the fingertips onto the mat, bending the legs as much as we need, and we're going to dip the hips down, draw the heels right up, relax the shoulders, push the chest forward. So making sure all 10 toes are really engaged here. We can either keep the fingers on the floor to help us, or we can begin to test our balance, draw the hands up. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Keep that real grounded feeling of the hands in the center. Good. Everyone will meet back with the hands on the ground, and then we'll just gently lower ourselves down onto the mat. Keep the feet on the ground. We'll just wrap the forearms around the legs. As we exhale, just lean back on the legs, tuck the chin down, and feel that really deep release across the back of the shoulders. Big deep breaths here. Good. Coming up with the chest, and we'll place the hands on either knee so the feet are about hip width apart. So as we exhale, we're going to round the back, tuck the chin in, feel that deep release across the back of the shoulders. And as we inhale, drawing the chest up, opening the knees out to the side. Good. Exhale, rounding off the back. All the air out. Inhale, reaching the chest forward, opening the knees. Exhale, rounding off the back. Good. Inhale, last time. And then coming back to neutral spine. Really good. So we're going to just come into a cross-leg position, and we're just going to tuck the chin down, draw the shoulders away from the ears, and just feel into the neck. Just notice if it feels any different now to at the start. Hopefully it feels a bit looser. And we're just going to do a few shoulder rolls, so we can just roll them forward and then back, kind of alternately, so it's a bit fluid. Good. And then find stillness. Hold the hands on the shoulders. Make big circles with the elbows. So we're really just releasing everything that we've worked with today. Good. And then we can just release the hands back onto the knees. So we're going to come all the way down now, so just make sure you've got room behind you. We can draw the feet out to the side again. Use our core, have the hands either side, tuck the chin and roll really, really slowly all the way down onto the mat. Using the core to help you. All the way down, and then release when you get there. Really good. So we're just going to walk the feet slightly closer into the body. Keep them hip width apart and the knees holding in as well. And we're going to inhale, lift the hips up, coming into our bridge pose. So just check in what's happened with the knees. Often they'll come out to the side, keep them hugging in. Squeeze the glutes and push the chest towards the chin. Hands can be either side of you, palms facing up, or interlaced underneath the back, and you can kind of roll a bit more of your weight onto your arms. Allow yourself a bit more space to really lift the hips up. Big deep breaths here. Big inhale. Big exhale. Good. We'll release the hands and we'll gently, gently roll ourselves back. So tucking the pelvis in, feel each vertebrae come really, really, really slowly onto the mat until we come all the way down to the pelvis, and then we let the lower back just completely release onto the ground. It was really nice. Knees fall over to the left and look over the right shoulder. We can open out the right palm, coming into this nice spinal twist. We can use the left foot and maybe place it on top of the right knee if we want a bit of a deeper stretch. Big deep breath. And then releasing up to center. Good. Exhale over to the right. Look over the left shoulder, maybe placing that right foot on the outside edge of the left. Big inhale. Big exhale. Good, and then gently coming up to center. So the last move we're going to do today is called Happy Baby. So we're going to lift the knees up and draw the feet to the sides of the body. We're going to hold on to the shins or the ankles with our arms on the inside of the legs and feel like we're pushing the knees down. And hold on to the outside edges of the feet if you can get them. And we just want to open the hips and maybe rock side to side gently. Good, and then we'll release the feet, let them float down all the way to the mat. Lengthen one leg out long, and then the other. Let both palms come either side of the body, palms facing up. Big inhale. And as we exhale, just surrendering and releasing any tension we have in the body. Breathing deeply in and out through the nose. And just feeling the tummy gently rise and fall with every breath. Making sure that every muscle in the legs is really relaxed and heavy. Feeling the weight of the hip bones into the mat. Gentle arch of the back. A gentle curl of the fingers. Melting the shoulder blades into the mat. And releasing any tension in the face and between the eyebrows or in the mouth. Becoming completely full of stillness. Just you, your body and your breath, completely present. If you find you're being taken away by a thought, taking you out of the present moment, let that thought go. Bring your awareness to your breath. Sometimes counting the breath can help focus your mind on the breath. So inhale 1, exhale 2, and just counting them this way in your own head. And just again making sure there's no tension in the body, letting it all go. We'll begin to deepen the breath. And gently wiggle the fingers and the toes. On our next inhale, we'll reach the arms over the head, give ourselves a full body stretch. Exhale very slowly, rolling onto our right hand side. Just resting here for a moment with our head in the hands. And when you're ready, you can use the hands to guide yourself up to seated position. Keep the eyes closed. Rest the hands in the lap. Big inhale. Exhale, drawing the chin down to the chest, noticing how differently you feel to the start of the class, and thanking yourself for practicing today. Big inhale, we'll reach the hands above the head, looking up at the hands, and exhale, draw the hands to center. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me, and I will see you next time.